All right, now if elected, Abrams will become the first black governor in Georgia's history and also the first black female governor in the nation. Governor Brian Kemp is expected to give an update on the 2022 race later this afternoon. Of course, we'll bring it to you as soon as it happens. And joining me now to continue this conversation, I'd like to welcome Larry Carter. He's a candidate for Georgia City Council District 4. We also have Republican strategist Deana Bass Williams. Thank you both for joining us. Larry, we'll start with you, sir. Stacey Abrams is once again throwing Georgia back into the political spotlight for 2022. Was anyone surprised, or better yet, were you surprised by this announcement yesterday?
No, this announcement yesterday, I think, came in a perfect time. I think the anticipation was growing to hear when she was going to announce. I think she was very strategic in waiting till the runoffs were complete here in Georgia and taking the day after the runoffs to make her announcement.
All right, and Deana, now that Abrams' candidacy is no longer in question, it's out there, what has been the response from Republicans so far?
You know, I think that most Republicans believe that Stacey Abrams would run. I should say, as a Republican and a native Georgian, I was born in Georgia, love Georgia. To see Stacey Abrams throw her hat in the ring again, I think it's a good thing in that we believe that representation matters. And, we work with groups like the Women's Public Leadership Network that are empowered to empower women to run. So that is a good thing. I think for the residents of Georgia, the question is, does Stacey Abrams have the plan to deliver for Georgia? So I'm excited to see a Black woman run. I think that we have to remember that women are not a monolith. Black people are not a monolith. So does the state of Georgia want what Stacey Abrams is offering, I think is the better question.
All right, so I want to ask you, as a Republican, really quickly, who will you rally behind? Because Governor Kemp claims he's going to run. Also, Perdue is talking about he may run as well.
We have a diverse set of candidates. Vernon Jones, a former Democrat who also an African American, has thrown his hat in the ring. So I have not determined who I will support, but I think that what we see on the Republican side is that we have a diverse set of candidates who represent all different expanses of the party. And I think that that is a very good thing. Again, always excited to see diversity in politics. But I think the question as we go into the midterms is, what will the progressive left bring to a state like Georgia, and do Georgians really want that? I think the answer will ultimately be no, but that's a question for the residents of Georgia to answer. We look at President Biden's polls right now. He's polling at a disapproval rating of about 56%. So will a candidate like Stacey Abrams help other candidates across the country because of her popularity? Because she certainly cannot ride on the coattails of this president and this vice president with their great unpopularity. I think that she probably does more to help Democrats across the country than the current administration does in their policies and the things that they're pushing. But
all right, let's get Larry in. I'm sorry, Deana. Let's get Larry in. We're kind of running out of time. Larry, answer Deana's question. She says, hey, I'm not sure if Stacey Abrams can run off the coattail of the current administration. What are your thoughts? Do you think that her running will energize other Democratic candidates across the country?
I do. I think she will energize other candidates. I mean, historically, when you have whatever party is in the White House, the midterms are going to be challenging. But Stacey Abrams has this Black girl magic that she brings to the table, where she is a pivotal change maker. She was active during the 2020 census, making sure people were counted. She's been pushing fair fight. So she's been doing the work here in Georgia and around the country. So I think that synergy that she brings with her is going to take her to the governor's office.
All right, we got about a minute left. So if Stacey Abrams, as you mentioned, Larry, has that Black girl magic, what would it mean for this country if she is elected? She'd be the first female governor of Georgia, also the first Black female governor in this country.
Well, I think it would mean a lot because people are going to stand up. Her messaging is more important. She's focusing on rural communities. She's focusing on inner cities. This is the first time that I've seen a candidate pander to both of those communities at one time. She's done the work in both of those communities. So it would mean bringing those communities together, which we haven't seen here in Georgia in a long time. So I'm looking forward to see what she's going to bring to the table.
All right, Deana, we got 30 seconds. I want to give you the final word. What are some challenges that you think Abrams faces in the 2022 midterms?
You know, again, I think the big challenge is the current administration and the lackluster results that we've received from President Biden and Vice President Harris. But my colleagues term pandering. I think that Stacey Abrams does a great job of pandering to communities that the Democrats are just not delivering for. So I would love to see Black Girl Magic. I always love Black Girl Magic, but I am also ideologically not in support of the progressive left policies that have left us with, over the last year, more deaths from COVID than in 2020, more higher gas prices, kitchen table issues the Democrats have not been able to deliver on. So I'm all about Black Girl Magic, but I'm also about results. And I just don't think that we've seen it in this administration. And so Stacey Abrams will have to answer for some of the things that she has supported in this administration that have just not been successful for Georgians.
All right, on that, I'd like to thank you both for joining us. And of course, we always look forward to welcoming you back. And now we continue on Capitol Hill. A potential deal has been